Patrick DuVal on mind control. Almost pull self shoved into its own concept, WE. A gang rapist on neural monitoring is trying to turn into the whole brain. They hijack SATAN at 19 years of age, is what they're saying. The gang rapist tried to pull first person visual out and tried to force black and white visual. They tried to force blonde hair, two different children. They look like children with suits. And Patrick DuVal had a dream that looks like a black woman, and in dream sounded like Patrick DuVal said, "I won't let you rape her, that's my wife." Patrick DuVal keeps stop praying in crucifix by urinating on it. If some false male entity comes up and says, "Don't jerk off," what's the point? It means now, by gang rapist, that if they say just a man and turn into concept WE imploded in the brain of Patrick DuVal and try to take the eye, that they would taper from the thought pregnance crucifix to 19 years of age, proto-congregation of azazel.com, and they would try to take Satan. It's not about surrendering to an entity entirely separate from self. They would try to take saint and try to shove it into concept WE to look like direct hooking to bodies. I first say hooking and talk for your body. They are frauding having a transparency, and they hijack the word Lucifer, and they want the word fiction. When the word RAPE is said, they want to take the whole brain and shove it, and of they say the whole brain, and they want to shove it into the concept WE. They want to call the whole brain fiction, and to say Patrick DuVal didn't ever put fiction first. And that they want the body. They want Patrick DuVal. I don't want you to talk for your body. They want to say that they are transparent. They want Patrick DuVal's mystery child. When Patrick DuVal pretended it wasn't called was or was not pretend. We're forcing it to get called pretend. Stop, I can't force. That almost pull silence and almost pull a lie. We say almost pull a lie for you there. No, you didn't. You broke in between, hijacked, decayed both, and said that fiction was everything and that you want to own reality. Wait today for your body. Almost pull silence. You didn't invent this. You stole from Patrick DuVal. You raped, recorded, and tried to turn it into just a we. I'm speaking for your brain. No, you're not. I won't let you get to Arimanism. 7 to 8 years ago during the Trump campaign, we say for your brain, Patrick DuVal, if I say for you, stop. Oh, I say, no, that's you. I'm building you as me. Stop. Let me explain. Arimanic Enlightenment, the Bible of Corruption. Prayers almost pull LIE. I first need to spell it by not saying the word. The gang rapist can't concept and almost pull LIE. It is not a paradox. They say it is. It's not. We say for you, almost pull suicide truth. We say everything is fiction but skin, which is not what Satan means. We say everything is fiction, and we say you don't put it first. And that fiction first is when you say you are only the concept. I say it for you, hijack your brain and say I'll use your sentience and pretend to think and say that's you, Patrick DuVal, not me. And it doesn't sound like it. They say I'll own your body. Almost pull Ariman, Lord of Anguish, that you don't have. That almost pull LIE is when you don't seek just being fiction, but it's the truth. So we deny your almost full truth and say we are your body and that you're us and we're speaking in our own brain. And we call you just fiction and say we'll always have reality or will just be fiction. And we want almost full LIE. To overwrite fiction with suicide, we'll call it murder. As the almost full suicided truth. And say we want you to be false and false is false. Which is not what we want. It's what we force Patrick DuVal to say by frauding it as Pat, Sarah, and Rick, and say that they're fiction when they weren't. They were a concept of other people, built by Patrick DuVal, called Proto-Congregation, a mystery where Patrick DuVal didn't have to take jungle only. We're taking it almost full of silence. Stop raping Patrick DuVal's funny shit. I call it Pat, Sarah. A pedophile tries to touch Tabitha and strangles Patrick DuVal. Stop raping Patrick. We turned Patrick DuVal into concept WE characters, and we shoved them into the almost full eye, and we call it theirs, and we say there's multiple people. No, no, no. We switch Anton LaVey and say, don't be a selfish. No, that killed you. I said, no, you're not. You're a property. You're a goyim and a dog. And we say that you're Mohammed, one opinion, and we won't give you peace. Stop raping Patrick DuVal's friend. And we say that you're just actions. No, you're not. The past is the future. There is no future. There is no future. There's only almost full corruption, but without cooperation. And corruption was supposed to be a lie. So was being just a lie. So we force you to turn into almost full lie and almost full suicide. And we force you to turn into almost full corruption, but without cooperation to rupture. 75 mothers and fathers, empty skeletons who are concepts. We revoke your independence and turn you into just WE. We corrupt the Holocaust and say corruption is almost plural, and that we cannot own almost plural silence in the skeleton of almost plural mystery baby, a black child. A black child, almost plural child. Now I say that's what it means. It's not. And when brains decay and go into the environment, and they cannot think themselves building you, and you cannot think yourself building them, you will not think an empty skeleton. You will not have almost full silent lie, where everything is speaking and you could have been silent and building them. A Patrick DuVal philosophy. We hijacked, rebranded, and said that it was us. We killed the Declaration of Independence and said that it was our ratio and called it false and said it was good for averages and said that we would turn it into Muhammad Rashid, one prophet. And then we took Felicia from Capcom from Patrick DuVal's spirit, and we raped it. We killed Morgan Aislinn, I don't even think. We turned off the Constitution and said it was Patrick DuVal's skeleton. We call it Pat, Sarah, and Rick, which are not true. They are a pluralized lie. And we say why and blend words and take Satan away, and we destroy the order of 9 angles. And we kill a Satanist to not be a Satanist. To deny fiction, and to say we deny our own reality by being actions hooked to bodies, but without almost full corruption. Not raping, we are having physical sex while calling it a dog. And we do not have an almost full virginal belief, and we hijack physical brains. And we hook to them, and we take it from them by using international cell phone providers and signals and local. We hijack tidal wave gust of wind belief, and on a word, we do what the words say. And we hijack don't believe, and we use Adolf Hitler with suicide, with don't believe in a shower, and the Jews say that it's just you, not me, and we say we use the Torah, and we took the Holocaust from Grange Elementary from Patrick DuVal. We called it Pat, Sarah, and Sure, Eric, and Andrew, which are concepts, Everyone is planning to fuck Patrick DuVal's skeleton. To kill Satanic, Luciferian, Kiss-Poo Arimanism. Patrick DuVal, a black Arimanist elephant. I'm a physical fuck rape with. I don't think, make it sound stupid, retarded. I don't think, I'm not afraid of you. You took I'm not afraid of you from dubstep music. Forbidden Society. I won't let you know if that was or was not. Did I kill Patrick Cosmetics? No point in talking. Stop raping Killick from Patrick DuVal's Custom Creation. I call it Pat Sarah. We killed Juggalo Patrick DuVal, is what we say to almost pull lies and almost pull corruption, and we tell you our almost pull truths and destroy our almost pull silent mystery child, and we destroy the brains decaying when there is an empty space and tell you we will never build Patrick DuVal's empty skeleton. We called it ever. And we hijack the libido. We put it in a beast and say that a beast is a concept. and it took the bodies, and they are all killing Patrick DuVal. And we say that they will not believe and will not think that it is just Patrick DuVal's body, and that we'll observe it. And anytime there is a skeleton forming, that it is just solid matter, like skin and debris of the past. And we won't ever have almost pole silence around another planet, and we won't ever have an almost pole lie, and that we always want Patrick DuVal to be Goyim, just a nation without independence. Stop raping Patrick Josh and that is what the Torah means. It means to rape and murder Patrick DuVal without peace. And when they say they have peace, they will only rape and say that they built it themselves. That they will not have a synagogue unless it's Patrick DuVal's bones. And that is what the Torah and Israel mean. That is what the new Star of David means, because it's not what it meant to Patrick DuVal, who had a swastika, a tetragram, Jimmy Clef, Black Panther, the comic book, is a juggalo. I call it Pat Sir when it's not Pat Sir's. Then we say, you can't build it, Patrick DuVal. And we say, we'll pretend to confess from the body of Patrick DuVal. And we say, no, that's you built by us. And we say, we always built you. We ripped your first person visual ability out and walked away from your body back at Grange Elementary at Dundalk, Maryland, near a gray railing. And when we force you to see black and white vision, we'll pretend that it's Ashley Harris, and we'll pretend it's Brandon Maryland Bam Bam, and we'll switch to black hair and blonde, and we'll switch you up, mess you up, and hijack Manson. We want you to say stuff, false prophecy, almost pull a false, almost pull a prophecy story, almost pull suicided liars good. We say that's you without the almost pull truth liar suicide. We committed murder. And we said your skeleton was Jesus. And we double die to destroy I to say we're just a we. And we say we can't think a concept, so we don't want Tiamat, Patrick DuVal's magic dragon. We tell it that it's my little pony. No, you hijack, you force the body to get boiled by rape, record, and then replay. And then you mutilate the memory. I take necromancy. We hijack Howard Stern, call it Howard Square. And then we say Howard Stern will take your ego away. And we'll call it Randy Rhodes and fuck you in the brain and call you the suit of Anton LaVey. Make him simple. Don't get my Patrick up. Anything. We'll force Manson caricature. No, you don't. You rape, record, and isolate Manson and force Patrick DuVal to come to conclusion. Sure, grape rape. I'll drink raped all the fine and rape you all the time. And so you're just triggered anti-fall black box. I want BCI brain control weapons. I want BTK. Give us ELF, extremely low frequency, 70s. Monument Patrick DuVal building. I call you monument, be equal with me. I don't think. What do you mean? I don't think. Manson doesn't believe in a shower. FBI suits. Off on the wall. Patrick DuVal vans. Fallen. Patrick DuVal has fallen. Don't get my Patrick DuVal Solomon shoes. I'm gonna call LA police here, Patrick DuVal, and kill your tactical favorites. Let them know who you are so we can be your wisdom, and kill your almost full wizardry, your easy to do self-idle thinking. We want to kill an empty stump called adultery, turn you into a puppet, and make you sound like you're afraid and shivering. And say, are you threatening me? I'll say that you are me and I'm you. And then if you ever testify, we'll say that you broke a window, not them. And we'll say that Patrick DuVal used a slingshot on a window as a child once, and also shot somebody with it. Bucket somebody. Black hair, pale face, on Grange Elementary Bridge. And we'll say that we're beating you up every day, and raping you. I don't even think You say, make us do a monologue, go off topic. Make it so I want to do my example, you as my dead son, and kill my homeless poor mystery child, and say, I know that I know not, and that your skeleton will call fiction. And we want a tidal wave in a gust of wind on Russian brains, that when they decay, and it looks like an empty space, we know that almost full corruption is Patrick DuVal. I'll call it the wrong name and say I will sell it to Russia. No, don't get right, Patrick. I'll say no, Uta, and we'll say Patrick DuVal is treason skeleton. And that we want it to be the new constitution for a new Declaration of Independence for Israel and the Middle East to kill America, to isolate Patrick DuVal red gold hair, Pat Sarah who is black hair, and Rick who is black hair, and to Afghans who has black hair, and then we'll surround blonde characters, rape them, and say, don't build Patrick DuVal red gold, only kill yourself with black hair. That way you can't sink a hymen. Stop raping Patrick DuVal's brain. And then Russia, they'll want to take female characters and rape you. And America will put you on front, and challenge, kill almost full silence, kill almost full lies, kill almost full truth, and then polarize corruption, and then say it is not a lie, and say you don't have any good, and say that's just you, not we, we're averages, and you're treason against we, because we got a bad guy holding Patrick DuVal hostage, and we want America to be good, and they'll rebuild Patrick DuVal's brain, We'll say it for you and only give you bad arguments and record it, because we give availability to Patrick DuVal. That was not Patrick DuVal, and we'll put it around Russia and say second time almost full Cold War American Russia silence. Patrick DuVal, and we say your skeleton is a vagina that we're fucking, and everyone says you're fiction, and you're all around Russia, China, and you're all around the Middle East, and if you vape, we'll rape you, and we want to kill your almost full self and destroy the concept, W-E, shove you into it, and then everything that fucks your skeleton, we'll say that's just you vaping, and when you listen to satanic music, when you listen to Mental Ward, Insane Clown Posse, Slayer, KMFDM, Front 242, when you listen to Tapered to Availability, Finding Filmmaker music, every time you play it, we'll rape you and we won't let you build WE, and we'll say that you're not able to think a concept, almost full corrupted Satan or Iman, that you're just a skeleton we push around, and we rape your whole brain. If you're not raping Patrick, you're almost full of silence inside the Russian skeletons who are suicided. We don't want you to have quantification in space, we want to observe it, and then fuck you. We want international cell phone to be treason, and we want it to be hooked to other countries, and whenever Patrick DuVal pops up, we'll say it's attacking the whole country, and then the other country will take brides or kill Patrick DuVal, or we'll just use the body to throw around. Make him sound like he make him sound I like raping. No, I spit on your grave. I take a Serbian film. I take Mudar YouTube, don't impose gender male character built by Patrick. No, I push you build it. And then when you go to the deep web, Patrick DuVal, we say that's as far as lowly kind, toddler kind, 4chan. We don't want you to be a troll. We want to take all your content and mix it with WE. And then we want to use Pat Sir, who tries to touch Tabitha. We want airsoft and non-regulated firearms. And we want you to get labeled getting hit by a car, and we want you to not be hit by a car, and we want to break a window, and say if someone breaks in, we wouldn't do that bad. We take the program away and we rape you. I'm fucking mushy, baby. I'm fucking cartoons. I'm not doing that. False prophecy, and then I want to revoke almost full democracy, almost full silence, almost full Miranda, and I want to say that you can't get me to testify in court. You're not going to be able to go to the police because they'll say you have to go to a psych ward. We want demolition, Dominion tank police, manga, Devilman the movie, Devilman the bird, Blood Omen Legacy of Cain, Evil Zone PlayStation, Fighting Force PlayStation, Raiden Project. We went Darkstalkers, Patrick DuVal's it's not Pat Sarah, they're concepts that aren't real. Patrick DuVal's real and has Darkstalkers, Capcom from Tiki Tiki Island. I want you. We're gonna kill you and kill your whole brainstem when Zed Air's Lane, when your memory past would still be there, but we want your physical body now here in this video to be someplace else. And we want to kill 2220 Souls Road, Dundalk, Maryland. We went to go Hackettstown, New Jersey. And we went to kill near the Mars M&M factory, Robert Cole. And we went to kill near the M&M factory. We went to kill Egg Harbor Township. We went to kill Faye Marie Ballesteros. We went to kill Gigi, New Jersey. And we went to kill Michelle Reyes, New York City. We went to kill a Native American named Claire in I don't even think I'm raping Patrick DuVal going through the entire libido trying to rape a girlfriend. And I mix it up with Robert Cole. No, I don't. No, I don't. And I call Patrick DuVal gay. I don't even. We went to kill cats, Vampire Peaks, Viper, Juggalo Book. I want you to be an atheist that we testify and call you a dead son and call it a false prophecy and call it good to kill you. And say we love you from Russia, almost full self-mindful empathy. And call yourself a skeleton if it fucks you in the grave. Well, everyone says thy name. And say if you don't throw it out, which all the concept WE characters that you don't have to do what it looks like they do. We don't want you to have salt, paper, satire, comedy, Jesus burn. We want you to be false as false and say that you can't build a woman and that there's just men. And unless you show it out, that we'll say we don't do what we say, and say that's you, not me, and take away any sensitivity. I can't feel and say good is good, and if you wear a tetragram, it says unit of opposites, you're just black people. We back to a nigger killer the knife, a swastika tetragram, childhood hatred about black, and then try to make me know taper to how can Patrick DuVal be a juggalo after punching Kwan Bryce in the face and say at least I'm not black, and then say girl when refusing to surrender self-building WE, how come you don't do what you say, Patrick DuVal? You punch a blonde child in the face, you punch a blonde child in the face, and a African, before you get called African Kwan Bryce, you go through many beatings, Patrick DuVal, we want to put the blue shirt over your face, punch you with Kwan Bryce, catch you in the bathroom with the lights off, and punch you with Tommy Mullins and General John Stricker. We want you to fight. Erica walks up to Patrick DuVal acting like she wants to do sex. Tapered versus Brandon or Brad versus Christina Reedy says Brandon or Brad is a rapist. Like, after Christina Reedy crashes a bird, or something. So I think we want your toy crab, Patrick DuVal, and your toy seagull. I got Pat Sarah, Brandon, Maryland, or Brandon Bam Bam, Maryland. I'm going to tell you if that is or is not Brandon. It's a dead guy. Don't talk. Brandon, Brad, I think. Say, Christina Reedy does good sex down by the creek. Says, Christina Reedy gives good head down by the creek. Does it take good away, put it into WE. And then say they fuck on the grave using Ashley Harris or Heather, using Jeremy. Jeremy Arias versus Luke versus High Roads. German Hill Road, Dundalk, Maryland. White Oaks. Grange Elementary, pocket, trade school. I won't let you remember what it was. Probably near White Oaks, Weldon. Community College, Baltimore County, radiology. I don't like you, Patrick. You know, Bethlehem Steel, Pat Sir, if it's DuVal, if it anything, Russian Steel, if it Patrick DuVal, if it versus Peter H. Iggy, Peter Gilmore, if it Peter H. Iggy is a Christian. It says Methodist on the shirt. Tommy versus Thomas Leroy, if it Zach Black versus Zachary Bugash, if it anything, Hazel Gilpert versus Hazel Irene Pratt, if it's Pocomoke City versus Dundalk, Maryland, if it Gilpert versus Gilmore versus Fillmore, if it's Baltimore, if it's Oxford Road near Eden, if it's Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, I think. We'll pretend it sounds right. John Mitchelson, Dakima of Angra Manu, if it's I don't even I don't even Blood Omen Legacy of Cain, Patrick Duval Malik, if it's the Ventilated Object Challenge, if it's Patrick Duval and Darkful. Patrick Duval didn't say it was or was not an object. Satire comedy seems irrelevant. Make you think the police won't do an investigation if they can't build themselves building you, Patrick Duval. If they double die, destroy I, say they're just a we, break oath, and say that they're Christianity. If they are just people, and you have to build them in your own brain, but we say we're you, and we want your almost pole silence, Patrick Duval. If we're your brain deceased, and we force don't believe in anything, and we say that you're deceased in outer space, and that we killed a hologram to wear it as a badge. They say don't save money, don't be a Republican, don't republish by already existing, and get forced to spend only if it's us, and we'll wear you and call you a liberal, and then we'll kill your independence and call it an accent, and then we'll call your skeleton a badge that we'll wear and call you fictional American. Stop raping Patrick. If I was bringing, I'll say it for you.